Hola everyone, welcome to Flexibility Script. This video is going to be going into a banded movement mobilization that can be found in the book Release Your Flexibility Potential with Rubberbanditz Banded Movement Mobilizations. It's available on Amazon in an ebook format as well as a paperback format. You can also find it on my website flexibilityscript.com, the paperback version, and Rubberbanditz sells a ebook version on their website as well. So this mobilization is going to be helping the shoulder capsule, and it's a really gentle one, and it really has a nice way of having an impact on shoulder blade issues where maybe the shoulder blades kind of get a little bit winged and elevated, and maybe they're accompanied with a bit of a forward rounded shoulder. This mobilization is really gentle to help facilitate getting that, coming from this forward position and elevated into getting everything back and down. This mobilization can be found, I want to say it's on page 21. Yes, it's called the Banded Shoulder, all fours, because we have the band around the shoulder and we're coming into an all fours position. It's pretty simple. All you'll need is a pull-up band. You're going to be using Rubberbanditz heavy band. It has about 30 to 50 pounds of tension, and in the book I go into looking at your inherited flexibility, and there's this little 9-point score that 9-point test that you do, and depending on how much you score can let you know what size band, what tension is best for you to use on your body with most of the banded movement mobilization. So this band is just right for me, and you'll need something where you can anchor the band into. So I have, if you don't have a pole or a sturdy tree, or if you're outside, anywhere that's sturdy to anchor the band into, there's these door anchors that you can use that turns any door hinge, any door that has a hinge and closes safely into a anchor point for the band. So I'll put this back here. So what I'll be doing is I'm going to be taking this Thayer loop here, and I'm going to be taking the band and I'm going to place it through, and then I'm just going to wrap the Thayer loop around just as so, and when I pull through right here, this is that end point that's going to go into the door hinge side, and then I'll close it. So one of the things about banded movement mobilizations is that the motion that you'll be doing is something called paper clipping. Paper clipping is just simply oscillating in and out of tension. If you've seen previous banded movement mobilization videos that I've done, I know I talk about it in the videos. So paper clipping, if you can, nice imagery is just imagine a steel paper clip that's really closed shut, and if you've ever taken that paper clip and played a little bit with it, what you'll find is that as you keep playing with both ends of the paper clip, as you keep bending them back and forth, this oscillating in and out of tension ends up making that paper clip have some give, and the more you keep oscillating in and out of tension, the more that paper clip gets more bendability to it and more freedom of movement to it. And that's pretty much the exact concept that we're doing for this these banded movement mobilizations, that you end up releasing a lot of your flexibility potential and really creating more ranges of motion, as well as usually putting the joints into a more stable and efficient positions. And if you practice some strength and conditioning work after the mobilizations, you really can keep a lot of the new ranges of motion gained. But this technique that we'll be doing is that of paper clipping, so oscillating in and out of tension. And what you'll feel as we do this mobilization is that you won't really feel like you're doing much stretching. You'll just feel tension from the band as we keep moving forward and back. And as you keep moving forward and back, this one's short and sweet. I usually find like a minute is enough, or I usually do maybe like 10 repetitions with my head neutral and 10 repetitions where I just incorporate a bit of a neck stretch into the equation. and and usually as soon as I do that, I find a difference in one side and the other. You can always do more. You can always time yourself, and I sometimes do a couple of repetitions and I see where I'm at, and then from there I can maybe add a little bit more to create more change if it needs it. Or if I do both sides and I realize like, wow, one side responded a lot faster and has a bit more of a result to it, I'll do a little bit more repetitions on the other side to balance things out. So to get started, I'm going to take this band and I'm going to anchor it to the door. So I'm going to be opening up the door, and I just get the band. So since I'm going to be on an all fours position, like quadrupedal, I'm going to be taking the band, I'm going to place it right around shoulder level. I'm just going to open the door here. I'll place the anchor right in, and then I'll close the door. And then once I hear that door is nice and closed, and I gently pull, you'll see that the band is nice and anchored into the door anchor. So from here, I'm going to be taking that band and I'm going to be placing it right around the head of the shoulder here. So once it's there, again, it's not going to be on my arm, it's actually around the shoulder and into like, you'll feel it go into that little pec area here too. So once I have it there, I'm pretty much going quadrupedal, meaning I'm going on all fours, and I'm going to be coming forward. I usually, as soon as I get myself, I always forget about this one, as soon as I get myself in the band and I start changing positions, I automatically start feeling the band pulling me back. On this one, I really, almost as soon as I start getting set up, I don't really have to walk much further out before I feel like the band is, I'm starting some tension, and that's a starting tension. I want to find a position where I feel like the band is pulling me back, but I'm in full control of it. If at any point in time during this mobilization, if you feel the discomfort in your wrist, you can always change it and go into doing the mobilization, but on your fist. So from here, I'm on all fours. My head's going to stay neutral, and I already feel some tension being pulled from the band. All I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be coming forward into more tension, then back to the starting tension. More tension, back to the starting tension. And that's it. I make sure that my head stays neutral and that I'm not looking up. So nice neutral cervical spine, come forward into tension, back to the starting tension. Notice that I don't come back all the way. I always come back to that starting tension, so that way I'm always more tension, starting tension. Again, more tension, starting tension. At any point in time, I kind of feel a little stickiness in my wrist, so I'm going to be coming into an all, like a fist position, forward and back. So I sometimes aim for about anywhere from 8 to 15 repetitions here. If I'm dealing with any issues in my shoulder that I can't quite understand what's happening, and it just feels a little bit tweaked or a little bit vulnerable, I come and I do this mobilization, and I keep the oscillations just as so, meaning that I don't oscillate into too much of a forward endpoint. I just kind of keep doing this, and this gentle oscillating in and out of tension is usually enough to start mobilizing the shoulder and to start getting some synovial fluid going. And I usually say by the end of most band mobilizations that it feels like you've applied WD-40 into your joints with how mobile and free and freedom of movement that they feel. So once I'm there, I can stay here and I can just bring that ear to the opposite shoulder, so it's just like a lateral bend. And then once I do that, I keep that position and I just do the same thing where I go into more tension and back to the starting tension. And that's it. I usually do this lateral bend, and I get this nice stretch coming right through the neck and traps. And I can also play with different positions with my neck stretch, different neck stretches as I oscillate in and out of tension. No wrong or right. I just usually find that that simple ear to opposite shoulder works best. And usually as soon as you're done with that all fours mobilization, you'll see a difference in the shoulder, and usually it'll be a little bit more depressed or a little further back. And if I have clients, patients, anyone doing this that I'm having them do it, I usually can notice a difference in the shoulder positioning, that maybe they were up in this position here, and by the time we finish the mobilization, they're further back and into a more stable position. Again, once you're done with the mobilizations, if you explore some movement, you should feel a lot of freedom. And if there was possible pain due to that block in the joint capsule, the pain is usually relieved once that joint capsule has been put back into a more stable and efficient position. Follow that with some movement, some strength and conditioning for the back, the rotator cuff, in order to really start using the new mobility gained in that shoulder. And let me see, anything else? I think this again is one of my favorite ones for the shoulder because it is really gentle. As long as you are okay being on all fours, it just is a nice gentle way to open up the shoulder and get it into a more stable and efficient position. And it's easy to not have to worry too much about bracing or anything like that as you're doing this, and you get really nice results and feels good. So give it a shot and just feel that WD-40 effect taking place in the shoulder.